Yeah, hello. In this AWS Start reStart program, I'm doing this activity on JAWS, that is Jumpstart on AWS. Okay, this is on install and configure AWS CLI. So I open this lab. Okay, this is the lab on 168, install and configure AWS CLI. So I'll be speaking about the objectives. Let me start this AWS lab, and then I'll go through the overview about this lab. So it will take a couple of minutes to start. Okay, so here this is the lab. Our objective is to install and configure the AWS CLI, connect to the AWS CLI, to an AWS using CLI to the AWS account, and access IAM by using this AWS CLI. So you will be seeing this in this cloud. A resource of Linux also will be, a Red Hat EC2 instance will be deployed, and in that we are going to configure your AWS CLI. So let us go through the task one. So how we are going to connect is that we will be getting this EC2 instance where we are going to connect using this putty. So putty can be downloaded using this particular link. So I'll download this putty also. This is about 1 MB approximately size, which is available in this particular link, at this particular link. So we will try to learn about how we can connect using this particular one. So the prerequisites for this lab is that you need to download putty. Okay, so let us wait till we get this ready. The lab gets ready. So this is for Windows user. For the other users, you can use the other method as mentioned. So this is task one. And in task two, we are going to install AWS CLI on the Red Hat Linux EC2 instance. Okay, so that is second task. Third task is that we will be configuring this IAM. IAM stands for Identity and Access Management. Okay, so once this is configured, yes, we can start using this AWS CLI from our Red Hat Linux account. Okay, we will also go through some of the tasks in using this particular one, maybe like some basic commands also. We will also explore the AWS CLI command reference at the last. So this is about the objectives. Let us go with task one. Once the lab is ready, you can press this AWS. You should be able to go into the console. Yeah, maybe later. So here you can verify by clicking EC2, that is one Red Hat Linux server is deployed already. You can see here this is CLI host. So let us go task by task. The task one is that we need to connect to this SSH EC2 instance using this SSH. So for this, we also need to get this download, I mean PPK file. So how do we get this? Just to click the details and click the show. You can download. This is very important, this PPK file. So download this PPK file. It's available now. Already earlier we have downloaded this putty. So now let us access this putty and connect to this what we call as to this server. So what is needed? We need this putty keys, and also here this is your server. Please understand these are public IP address. Just copy this particular one, public IP. Okay, this public IP. And what you can do, you can run this putty. So once you run this putty, you can paste this IP address. It should match exactly same. You see this 35.74. And also see the instructions. Okay, so based on the instructions, what you need to do is that you need to see this connection and replace this one to 30, minimum 30. Okay, and then under SSH AUTH, browse your keys which has been downloaded. So which is there, this is my keys, and just say open. So the default login name as EC2-user, EC2-user. So hence we have finished our task one. You can see this, we have logged in to the EC2 user. So now let us understand about how to install the CLI on Red Hat Linux. So here, first of all, this is number 20. Python has been installed or not. Let us see. If not, we need to install Python version. Yes, it is installed. It is 2.7. Okay. Let us also check this pip version. No, it's not installed. You can see this one. So what we need to do, we need to install this wget first. Sudo yum install -y. Please follow the instructions wget. So this is a tool for downloading, for getting any software using this wget download. So now what you can do, the next one. So you can download using this you can just from Fedora project. Okay. Just press enter. Yeah, it has downloaded. This you can see this LL. This there is a EPL release has been downloaded. So sudo, either you can type or you can copy just rpm -idh EPL. Yeah, it has actually installed. So now the next step, sudo yum install -y python -pip. This should collect all the necessary softwares and install in your server. Okay, this should take a minute's time. Okay, now let us try this pip version. It should display now. It is displaying. So 23 is done. So now 24 is we need to install this AWS CLI on this server. Paste this one. Okay. Yeah, it is done perfectly. So you can try whether this is functional or not by giving AWS help. It should show you, yeah, the man page has opened perfectly. So it has installed Q to quit. And now this completes task 2. Now we are in task 3. See here we need to observe IAM configuration details on using this IAM management console. So what I do here, go to IAM service page. So I leave this one and duplicate this one. And here in this particular one, I can go by clicking services, where is the security identity management. You have IAM, or you can click either this one or just type IAM, identity and access management. Okay, so this is your IAM dashboard. Now let us see the instructions. Go to services, find a service. This is done. Okay, in the IAM service space navigation, click users, and you should see the student called as AWS student user. Okay, users, we have one student called as AWS student user. Fine. So now click the arrow next to lab policy. Okay, you have a lab policy. Click this one. Right, you have a this one lab policy which is there. So lab policy and click under JSON, the policy document. Just to view, JSON is nothing but JavaScript object notation. This is how the policies are written. You can see this is the lab policy. The JSON is there. So this is how the policy is written. Okay. Right. Now I click JSON to see the policy. Okay. Notice that IAM policy grants that AWS student user. This is being granted to this particular policy. Okay. Navigate back to users and security. Click the security credentials tab. So go back to users. So click this AWS student. Under this, you should see security credentials. Okay, these are my security credentials which have been assigned. Now let us see. Okay, notice that access key is already created for AWS student user. So you see this one. there is an access key here, right? So there are some inactive keys which are there. Okay. So what we do, the access key is displayed. There is no way to retrieve this one, maybe so and so. Okay. So it was captured. Fortunately, the secret access key was captured and the details of the drop down. You will use these in the next section of the activity. So here you can see we cannot create any access keys, and these keys are totally been used, but I have only the key ID, but I don't have the secret key ID. So what I need to do, we will learn about how you can get this keys, secret keys in this task 4. Okay. So here which is available in details. Okay, I'm just clicking the details, show, right. You see this one, secret access key, and of course I have this access key also here. Now just note down these two, otherwise we will see this. Okay. In task 4, what we need to do, go to the console. Task 4 is very important for the first time. What do you do? AWS configure, just say that. So it is asking for access key ID. So under show, access key ID is this particular one. Just copy paste. Don't try to type it. So I'll just say right click. Yes, it's asking for secret access key. So right, copy, and default region is US hyphen west hyphen 2. Okay, and default JSON output you can set. Please remember, you have to do this for the first time. Otherwise, you will not be able to access any commands. Right. So now this is totally done. This is task 5, which is done. Task 4 is done. So now you can say IAM list users. It should display the users which has been configured. Right. It has shown now the users are username is AWS student. So if you have configured all the things properly, then you should see this username with all the details. This is how you can access about AWS in this, sorry, using the CLI. Okay, so now there is a challenge here. So what he is mentioning is that we need to list out the policies. So using this, what we call as the scope, set a scope to filter out these policies. So this is command line documentation which we need to learn. So this documentation site is also available. Uh, yeah, you can click here the documentation link at number 2034. So open a new page. So this is yeah, you can see this is the documentation for your IAM. Okay, so what you can do, there is a tip which is given. Try using this list policies. Okay, I will search this. You see here there are a number of available commands here. You can go through these commands also, or for our requirement you can say list hyphen policies. Okay, you see this one, there is a URL, list policies is there. So yeah, to see the results. Tip 3, you'll find more than one command, so and so. So our requirement is for this challenge, what we need is we need to, okay, let us explore about these policies. You can see there are several policies listed. So there is a sample also. Let me see examples. I will also show in this particular way to list out what are all the IAM policies which are assigned to my user. Yeah, there are, I asked for 2 policies. Yes, this is the command which I have given. You can see that there is a username, there is one policy. You can see here lab policy which is there. There is one. And you also see that there is another policy, AWS direct connection read only access, This is a policy, how we need to understand about one. At a later stage, when we learn about this IAM, we will learn about more about understanding answer. These policies are displayed in JSON. Okay, so you can also use pipe output terminal and using a redirect. So if I want to say with this command, I can say pipe grep, okay, -I policy name, okay. It will display on the screen these two policies, and I can redirect to a file name IAM policies, to a file name. Alright, so this will create a file name called as IAM policies. Yeah, that's all for this lab. Thank you everyone, and bye.